Hi everybody. I have been doing some videos on getting organized, and the first one I talked about how you have to decide, what the function of your house is, what kind of things you're going to be doing there, and then map out in your house where you're going to be doing those things. Today what I thought I would do is just go around one room of our house. I'm going to start here in the living room, and I'm just going to go around the room and show you everything that's in here, and I'm going to tell you why it's here. I am not in any way going to try to tell somebody else how you should do something, because everybody's house is going to be different. That's one of the awesome things, is that everybody's life is different, the work that you're doing is different, and nobody's house should look like somebody else's house. Your house should not look like a magazine, and it should be unique to what it works for you, your family, and what you're doing. And I thought that it would be helpful just to show you what we're doing here and why we did it, and get your creative juices flowing so that you can kind of think about your own situation and start thinking along those lines of how can you change your home or your space to fit what kind of work it is that you need to do. So I'm going to start here in the corner. This is the kitchen, and there's a doorway that comes into our living room. And the first thing in here, well, I guess we could talk about the wall color. That's not really about organizing, but I will tell you how I chose the paint color for my walls. I have, in the early days of painting and doing things in our house, I had a hard time picking out colors. Like, I would see a paint swatch and that seems like what I wanted. I'd bring it home and I'd start painting. I'm like, that does not look at all like what I wanted. So now my plan is much different. I find something that I like a color I like, I take the thing to the store and I get that color either by using the little color matching machine they have, or just matching it up myself with a paint chip until I find the right color. So the color of these walls here was on the cover of a magazine. I can't remember, like some sort of Country Gardens magazine or something like that. Several years ago I saw a shed that was painted this color and I liked it, and so I went and found the same color and painted my walls that color. I like to have colored walls. I don't think there's really any white walls in our house because I just like color, so that's how I do it. This dry erase board here was an empty picture frame that I bought, and then I also got a cheap dry erase board, and we just cut the dry erase board from the white part. We cut it to fit this frame and put it into the frame so that we could have a pretty dry erase board that I like that could hang up in the living room. We use that for school and other stuff. You can see I used it the other day when I was making my video. This is our table. We use this room for eating and for schoolwork. So this is the table where we do both of those things. Originally the table came with 4 chairs like that one, but over the years they've all pretty much got broken. We repaired them lots of times, so that's the only really good one left. So eventually we bought this bench here, and it can sit 3 people if we need it to. Tom also built this built-in L-shaped bench that goes around the table there, and it opens up, and we keep, right now we have balls and things that we use for PE. I would like to get those moved outside because that is a much more logical place to keep them, but right now I don't have a place, so that's where they are in the meantime. We've also used those little things for holding school supplies. Like one time for a while I had hanging racks like you would put into a file cabinet drawer, and I had those in there with hanging files to put school stuff in, but right now they just have PE stuff. We don't have a dining room, so that's why one of the reasons too that all of this stuff has to happen in the living room. This room overall is only like a little less than 12 by 14, I think, so it's not a very big room. There we have our little baby bouncy seat. This is where Miss Claudia sits right now. We didn't have a lot of room for anything, so we don't have a lot of baby toys because there's just not a lot of room for it, so we just keep the essentials in here. The curtains were just some panels I bought from Walmart, and I cut them and hemmed them shorter so that they could fit behind the couch without getting stuck back there. In fact, they're not even the same length because this one had to be a little shorter on this side because of the fact that the couch was, the back came all the way up here. So this set of panels is shorter than that set. Our couch, I think we got it online from, what was that place? World Market, Cost Plus World Market. We used to have, like a love seat and two wingback chairs, but they didn't really fit well. Like I felt like we could get more people sitting in here if we had a sectional couch than if we had separate pieces of furniture. So we ended up with this couch. It took us a long time of shopping to find one that was small enough to fit here because it couldn't come all the way up to the table, and of course it couldn't go in front of the door. So there's a lot of big sectionals and not a lot of small ones, but we finally found this one would fit. And I wasn't sure if we'd like it at first, but I like it now that it doesn't have any arms on it, so you can actually sit clear right down to the edge. Hey, mister, you need to pick that up and put it in the garbage. Yeah. Hey, can you show everybody where the garbage can is in here? We try to keep a garbage can in every room so that there's always some place to throw away our trash. Where is it? There it is, right there. Good job. Now up here is, we used to have pictures just hanging on the wall, and that wasn't a very good use of space when we were trying to fit everything in here that we want to do in here. So I went to Home Depot and bought these cabinets, and they were just unfinished plain wood cabinets, and Tom hung them up almost to the ceiling. And then I had him build these little side things here and a shelf all along the bottom. So it kind of turned it into like a hutch type thing. And one of the things we were thinking about was making sure that there was enough space to sit down on the couch without bonking your head on anything. Thank you, bud. But inside the cabinets is where we keep like puzzles and things for school. We also keep our games in here because we play games in this room, so this is where all the games live. And I wanted someplace also to keep all of our stuff, like the nature collection that we have been making. So we have all of our bird nests and wasp nests, and there's some dragonflies. We have some eggshells in there. This is a fossil we accidentally made when the kids threw a vertebrae from the neighbor's dead antelope that they killed. They threw it in our pond one time, and the next spring it was a fossil, which was pretty neat. Shells that we collected down at the river. These shells we got, hey, there I am in the mirror. These shells we got out on a hill that we go shooting sometimes, and there's lots of fossils out there. Mommy, that's not a foot. Yeah, that one doesn't have any eggs. Mrs. Kelso gave us that nest. We also added some lights under here and under the bottom one, so that gave us some. Yeah, that gave us some reading light for this corner, and it gave us a little prettiness to the whole corner also. I was hoping to add mirror along this whole back thing, but this mirror didn't fit. It wasn't big enough, and I never have done more with it, but I would like to get like mirror tiles and put all in here to reflect more light and give a little drama. Now this here is a picture rail shelf that we got from IKEA just online. The reason I have that there is because we're always losing our library books. Anyways, Tom's being a little loud there. We're always losing our library books, so I finally decided this was going to be the reading corner. We got our reading light. We're going to read our library books in here, and So I put up this shelf, and when we bring home books from the library, they go on this shelf, and then just whatever books the kids are reading, like for school or something, ends up on here too. And sometimes just random stuff ends up on here just because it's a handy shelf to put things. This little thing I keep on the couch, it's actually a little sewing kit thing, but I fill it with hair supplies. So it has water bottle and combs and hairspray and hair things for doing the kids' hair in the morning. So when I sit on the couch to get them dressed, there's supplies ready for getting their hair combed. Here we have our table and lamp. We have church in this room, so we wanted to keep all of our Bibles handy so that everybody can grab one on Sunday morning, or if anybody came and forgot theirs at home, there's one ready for them to use. So that's what this is for. And it took me a little while, of course, to find a shelf that was narrow enough to fit in this space, but this one worked out good. It fits just nice, and it's got a little drawer here where we keep the remote. And our little trash can goes right there because we always want to have a trash ready so that there's always some place to throw something away. I have a curtain on the door. Doesn't match. This is like 2 sets of curtains ago I had this fabric, but it makes it so that we can close the door off and you cannot see in the window. So sometimes we need it shaded, or we just, for privacy, we'll close that curtain. This cupboard here is where we keep more of our smaller games. Again, one of the things we do in this room is play games, so we keep all of our dominoes, and we got our magic cards, and what's that, Uno, and I'm not sure what all's in here, Pass the Pigs. But this cabinet, actually, thank you bud, was is for a bathroom. So I wanted something that was wide enough to fit the games, but skinny enough to go behind the door without hitting the door or the glass. So I got this. It's designed to go in a bathroom at Home Depot, and we hung it behind the door. This is a little picture shelf thing, and we use it to hold our Skylanders, so they're right near where the kids like to play. And we have some hooks here from Hobby Lobby where we hang our jackets. Most of the jackets haven't got put back yet. It was just Christmas, and we had all of our stockings hanging on it at Christmas time. So all together, the set of jackets that normally hangs here was over on the other coat rack. Here is the TV. We use a TV, of course, for watching TV, which we don't actually have cable. We just watch things on like YouTube and things, but that's what we do there. And we also use it for church on Sunday mornings. We have like a karaoke type music thing that we do, and we use it for school. You know, it's a computer basically, so it's just like a giant computer monitor. So sometimes we'll use it for looking up things for school and stuff like that. It's not a computer? Yeah, it is a TV, isn't it? This piece of furniture, we call this the TV Credenza. Yep. Yeah, just a minute. The TV Credenza, or our TV, we used to have a smaller TV in like an armoire type thing. Anyways, we had a smaller TV in an armoire, and that was nice because it had doors that you could close so the little kids couldn't mess with the TV, and it had drawers underneath where we kept a few toys and things like that. But in keeping with the long-term goals that we have for this room, we needed to move the TV to a new spot, which it used to be over in that corner right there. But we want to move the TV over here because we're eventually hoping to move this, get rid of that whole wall there. In fact, I hope that happens soon. And we're going to make this one room, the kitchen and the living room. And we plan to put cabinets and things all the way down into this room. And then just a long table right down the center, like double the length of this table down the center of the room. Which means we wanted to keep more of the living room type functions down at this end. So we wanted to move the TV over here. So we got this TV that we can mount on the wall, and the TV Credenza, which holds DVDs in this door. Thank you, bud. I'm going to put those down because I'm talking to everybody right now, okay? And then there we have the computer down here and the Xbox and all that stuff in these shelves. Then on this side, it's got the kids' binders that hold their score keys for their schoolwork. So we actually use the surface of this TV Credenza to for the kids to score their schoolwork, since they score their own work. And we have our cups with their score pins, and we have our pencil sharpener. And this is our little charging station that Tom built that has lots of places to plug in USB ports. We can charge lots of stuff over here at the same time. This is our little, I don't know what you call this thing, but you can put stuff under it and it magnifies it and puts it up on the TV like a really fun 3D microscope thing. It's really cool. This is our globe that's supposed to be up on the TV Credenza, but the kids always take it down when they're scoring. I'd hoped originally that the globe would be able to go over here on the nature shelf, but it's too tall, it wouldn't fit. So it kind of floats around, but it's something we use a lot, so it just stays there. This little set of baskets down here is my sorting baskets, and I'll probably make another video and talk about those and how we use them. Now here is our purple chair. We also call this the Mills merry-go-round because it spins. I wanted a chair that could be a rocking chair but was also comfortable to sit in and to read stories in. And so what I did was I picked out this purple chair off of Amazon, and then we bought a kit. Oh, look, there's some blocks under there, but you can see the base of the chair is that little circle thing. The kit was this little base that you put on the bottom of a normal chair, and it turns it into a rocker swivel chair. So now this rocks and swivels instead of just having 4 stationary legs like it was meant to have. Yeah, can you spin it? You can spin it fast, can't you? So that was another way that we got the function out of this room that we wanted, and we'll use some creativity to get it. And it's also a nice big chair that I can sit there and hold like 2 kids on my lap, and we can read stories together. Over in this corner, we saw some Christmas presents that need to be mailed off. I built this little counter out of multi-density fiberboard. I just cut it out with a jigsaw, and I mounted it on there, painted it to match the cupboards so that we'd have a little workstation for a computer in here. And then these were some unfinished stools that I bought off Amazon. We put together and stained them. And then we just recently, like in the last few months, put these cupboards up. It's the same kind as we did over here in the other corner, but it doesn't have the fancy treatment on the bottom yet, which I'm hoping eventually either to finish off those ones or to, if we tear the wall down, then we'll move the whole thing. That bell that you just heard ding, that's the bell that alerts us that Tom's office door is open, so when customers come in, I know if somebody's come in or out so they can hear. But Thomas is on the job today, so I don't need to help anybody. He's got that taken care of, thankfully. Over here is our big timer. I learned about this from Alejandra Costello. It's her, I can't remember what her YouTube channel name is, but I love all of her organizing stuff, and I saw this timer on there and I really like it because it's very visual, so the little kids can see when the time is just about to run out. They can kind of keep track, and then it beeps when it gets to the end. And I think the last thing in here that I forgot to mention is under our table. That is our dog's bed. We didn't have any room anywhere for a dog bed, and we didn't want him sleeping on the furniture, so we decided to put it under the table because that was the only place we could find, and he seems to like it just fine. So he hangs out under the table, and that's like his little den under there, and he also cleans up all the scraps the kids drop when they're eating, so it works out pretty good. Anyways, so I'm going to give like a once over here of the whole room. I did not tidy up or anything for this video, but that's what it looks like. That's how we use it. The reasons that we, hopefully I shared that, the reasons that we have gotten what we did here, because I really hope, oh wait, I forgot this here. This is our little table and chairs. This is just a child set of table and chairs that we use instead of a coffee table. There's actually another chair, but somebody must have carried it off. But instead of having a coffee table, we use this, and then the little kids can sit here and we do schoolwork, or sometimes they'll sit here and eat their snacks and everything. So it serves a dual purpose of being a coffee table and a work table. Anyways, so hopefully I helped you like kind of think of see how we decide to do things, and maybe that will give you some good ideas on how you could start arranging some of the stuff in your own house. So if you have any questions or comments, I'd love if you would leave them below. And next time I will do I'm not sure, maybe our bedroom will be next, and I'll do a video showing kind of an overview of all the things that I've done in there, and hopefully keep sharing good ideas for you on how you could organize your space. Have a good day.